So how's it going? We're in the same spot I was in about a week ago, in kind of this washout. So again, chopping cornhead, it floats, but it's a real good spot to see everything very well to explain this. So I want to talk about the weed control aspect, how we use time and space, and thinking about how things are going to naturally happen here in the next few days, and how this is actually simpler than all the stuff we throw at normal soybeans. You know, the reason they came out with dicamba is we were just losing the fight with weeds. So people started layering residuals and all this stuff. The co-ops loved it because you're spending $50 to $100 controlling weeds. So you can see the row spacing pretty well here. I say 60-inch rows, and people think that's wide, but you got 6 rows here in 60 inches. You basically have a 6-inch wheat row right here, 7.5, and a 6-inch, so a quad 19, and then this is about 17 inches wide soybean. So let's think about what is going to happen from this point on. The first part that you have to understand is we have Rick James, Colombian Bam Bam. We got pig shit underneath here. So when the ground warms up, that will release. So this wheat will thicken up. And why I'd really like to go to a hooded sprayer, we won't have it this year, is this is fine. Even if I get a little bit of henbit here, this weed is going to tiller so hard that this thing doesn't have a chance. Everything is matchups. You see it a lot in professional sports. They want to mismatch. That guy has no chance of making it right here. So go one beyond that. This wheat row is going to expand. So I talk about what natural competition does. It's taller in the middle and it jets out the side. So this will crawl out. So we're going to lay down this extend right before joint. And I'm trying to figure out if I need to do it in the next few days or if I can make it till the next dry period. I don't know yet, but I'm probably going to wait. So if this is fine, it's going to crawl out. The only thing we're really going to defend out of this whole 60 inches is about 8 inches right here in the middle. That's the slowest thing to canopy. But we need that because that is the energy that makes these soybeans think that they're alone to condense, make the stalk bigger, and have extreme yield potential here. So we lay that down, that residual. Now in a normal soybean yield or soybean field, you got to defend all these all throughout the field. That's what would be really nice about a hood sprayer is we could put a full rate, but not only put, do half of it, because we're only putting a full rate on half of the surface area, which would be really handy here. So I think that's going to be a priority for next year. So you basically, they talked about back in the day, you would just count days. And that's really what we're doing here. You get to joint, you spray that, so that extent has a residual built into it. So before that starts wearing off, this is going to grow and this is going to get huge. And you're just going to have this left. And, on the 4th year here, I've never really had much weeds other than an escape. And basically what happens is that rainfall will push that herbicide down a little bit. So you might get some stuff started and it'll kind of hit that layer and choke out. And then as long as it, the longer you go, this thing will zip shut. And it just completely zips shut 3 to 4 weeks quicker than a monocrop soybean field. So when you get it zipped shut, this is so thick. So part of the thought here, you reduce the wheat, you space it out, and because if it's going to tiller, it's going to have lodging issues. But the way that you can battle that, instead of putting something like Palisade, you just plant it thinner. So this is a super reduced rate. It's reduced row rate and then omitted rows. So you've got about 30% of the seed cost. And then on the soybean side, you omitted rows. Same sprocket as we do in our normal crop. So if we're at 120,000 sprocket, well, we went about 150,000 sprockets. So we got about 100, 110, 100. I didn't weigh it out yet, but that's kind of the point here is you let the things you maximize each seed. You think about time and space, and collectively you're spending way less cost at a corn crop, but you can milk out because your average bushels that you're going to sell a lot more. So anyway, I diverse, but that's kind of the thought process. It's kind of a natural algorithm. When, you know, this grows, the leaves are growing on the trees, the daily leaves, these are growing, it all works together, and you got to think about time and space. And this is why I've came to this schematic. Is you need this corridor. You got 41, 42 inches. You need enough corridor to get, not only is it direct sunlight, but it's radiant sunlight. And if you close this up top, then you close off the energy in the soybeans. And what happens is you end up spending all this money and you're choking out one of them, and it's not really contributing. All right, long enough. Thanks for watching.